Everybody want to get famous till you get famous. Welcome back to Say That Then. Say it. Say that. Don't sugarcoat it. You know. Each episode going forward, I want to try to do something different. Support small business. Support my friends, family. Just as they support myself, I want to be able to try to do the same. So my partner, CEO of Cornerstone's Cigar, gives me cigars. He want me to review. I'm gonna review it with you guys, and then we're gonna talk about things. What's in the movie theater? What's in the news? Anything that may sound interesting, we might talk about it for a little bit. I appreciate all the emails. I appreciate all the text messages. I appreciate all the motivation. Being a combat veteran and trying to stick to a program, try to stick to something that I find joy to do this, like to set up this whole thing. This is a dope cigar. I think it's through Pravada, and it's called Lost Cowboy. And shout out to my friend, to kind of put me on another hobby, put me on another path to to enjoy some vices. So I like to toast my cigar before I dry pull it, and get the oils and get this cherry going. Like cook it a little bit. Welcome to the channel, and if you're still here this long, just know you're gonna be here to the end. I said, let me tell you why. This is unscripted. I don't really try to put my hopes into something that I know that not everybody get to go viral. Not everybody get to find a channel to keep to themselves. They got to share it with other people. And next thing you know, you got a podcast, successful one. I said, but as I told y'all in my other episodes, that it's more or less for my kids to go look back and understand that Daddy did it all. Daddy tried to do it all. Daddy tried to dabble in everything. Cryptocurrency, entrepreneurship, home ownership. Daddy served his country. Dad's in many fraternities and, any non-profits. Dad's in the community. Dad's trying to show my children that there's a lot of world out there. And it's a lot of world out there, and it's a lot of opportunity out there, and it's a lot of paths to take. Dad just trying to say, whenever I'm giving you advice, just know I've already took the path. I've already seen what it can do, and I just want you to test it and come back and give me an update if that path is still working, still good, still valuable. Dad did the Forex. Dad did, it's a lot of things. Cause when you get older, man, you like, dang man, I wish my grandparents got into Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Man, I wish my parents had got into IBM and Apple. Your kids would be like, man, I wish Dad had got into cryptocurrency. What's crazy is that the Trump administration is giving $1,000 to the babies born 2025, I think 2028. I'm gonna tell you right now, bookmark me, hold me to this. It's gonna be a different time when those kids turn 18. In the next 20 years, that little money is going to start a new movement of wealth that's going to hit later on down the line. When that money is accumulating and gaining interest, them 18-year-old kids going to have bukus of money, but I feel it won't be enough, because by the time inflation and all this stuff get going, let's say they end up with like $300,000. Tastes good. Got the pull that I'm looking for, man. I like big smoke when I smoke cigars. When I smoke cigars, I don't like infused, because, I want my stuff natural. But let's get back on track. I just want to be the father to my kids that just be like, there's one thing Daddy didn't do, and that was quit. Man, I told myself I wasn't gonna be negative when I get on this camera and talk to the world. But this is like a smoke session. You know, you have your cigar, you sit back and we just talk about random things. You know, if you got topics you want to, you know, I can research it and talk about it in my next episode. And it's just supposed to be a cool little kickback. You know, Say That Dan was an idea where when someone is asked, hey, do you want to go out? And they make an excuse like, nah, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Well, then you should have said that. Say that then. Say that. Don't say the other shit. Like, be straightforward, be unapologetic. I said because life is unapologetic. Life will tell you to pull your chin up, close your eyes. It will be quick and punch you in your mouth. In your mouth. And not be worried about what you're going to do afterwards. Life is the only hands you will not defeat. Life got them hands. And life will, hey, lower your tone when you speak on life. This is priceless. I was just in Vegas and God allowed me to see my best friend before I left Vegas. And see my friend in years. Keep on living and life is gonna battle test them for you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. So my bro's so amazing. I'm so proud of him. Your friendship with someone, in my humble opinion, is sacred. It's sacred, man. Like, it's nothing to play with. My friend, best friend Carl, he always man, we just see, hey, we do it all over again tomorrow. And I just be like, you're right. We made it another day. We'll wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. But yeah, God let me see my bro. Let bro put his eyes on me. I put my eyes on him. That was almost the best highlight of that was the highlight of my trip. And I appreciated him and his wife, what they did for us and stuff while we was out there. You know, told myself I wasn't gonna get on here and get all sentimental and crying and stuff, you know, shedding tears and stuff. But I tell everybody, man, I ain't want my podcast. I hope my podcast is boring and I don't ever get any views. And I hope that the people that do find my channel or do find my podcast, they can just sit in the dark, sit with the light off, and we can just conversate. You know, you got a cigar, you got your drink. You ain't gotta have a cigar. I try my best to be as entertaining as I can possibly be. I'm already entertaining looking. The expectations that I have for this podcast or to this brand is, I won't say 50-50. 50% of myself is like, why are we doing this? This is a waste of time. And the other 50% is like, proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you, chef. I said, I pray when I hit the stop button, all this is recorded and everything is, everything sound good. It's on the up and up. And I'm just gonna post it on YouTube. Not gonna tell nobody. It's just gonna be like my little diary, and I'll get better and better. You know, LeBron is almost up out of here. LeBron almost gone, man. I remember when I said I wanted to go see Kobe before he retired, and then he got hurt, you know, and I just want LeBron to make it out. You know, LeBron and I are the same age. Just to see someone in my age group, in my generation, you know, excel. And I actually keep up with it, you know. I'm going to try to get the CEO, you know, on my next podcast. You know, I pay monthly for it, and it's really helping me be confident to record. I've done a lot of reaction videos already. Just Trending 2K Media is my knockoff version of the Shade. Is it the Shade Room? You know, trying to put out current events and trying to promote my store. You know, I feel all over the place right now, but I kind of want to be all over the place. I'm a Sigma man now. So shout out to Sigma and brothers. They out there putting in that work. Go mob. That was a wild journey. I might post a few videos about that. You know, being in the community and actually knee deep in the community. Now we are in the community, putting in work, highway cleanups, feeding the homeless. So that has happened since my last episode. That's a big deal. Like the baby thing with $1,000. I feel that's a big deal. I feel you should know that. Some people don't know that. I feel that's some good information. I'm going to tell you why. The luxury that we all have right now is privacy. Nobody don't know you. Nobody know you, or yet you exist. Because it's privacy. Nobody mind their business. Why I don't talk to strangers. Stranger danger. You start bringing people into your life, and at some point you have to reveal yourself to them. At some point, you'd be surprised what people keep away from people. That's your security. That's priceless. Like I tell people, shoot, the coolest and richest, whatever, you don't know what that motherfucker doing behind closed doors. Beating his old lady or getting beaten. He getting beat on a regular. I said, but it's when you start doing this, getting into the media, moving up in positions at your job. Now you're the director of whatever. Say this, land this plane. Money is going to amplify whatever it is that you hiding. Let's say you like eating, but because you don't have the money to eat as often as you would like, or the things that you want to eat, you may not think nothing of it until boom, you start getting this bread, and now you eating steaks, and you're eating and everything that you can, because you can afford it. And you can eat it as often as you would like. I was like, oh, he used to be small. And then life changed on him. So now he has to go and get bigger clothes, I kind of went through that, eating tomahawks and tiger shrimps and, T-bones, prime rib. You out here eating good, man. Ruth Chris is regular, You go from Applebee's, Red Lobster to Ruth Chris. Same thing. It could be smoking cigars. It could be partying. It could be whatever you feel like. Oh, I can do that now and be at ease and be cool. Money will do that. We're layering this thing, so stick with me. Stay with me. So now that you're doing these things and your friends see there's a change, Diddy, in my opinion, it amplify these activities that all of us do, but at what we say is a normal scale. Ain't none of my business, man. Ain't none of my business. Ain't none of my business at all. Like, I'm cool, and see somebody else do somebody else like this. And he's serving his time. He's doing what he, his bid to society. Let that man do is what he do. And it's just such an embarrassment. When you're putting this person out, well, he shouldn't have recorded this, he shouldn't have did that. Well, we're all gambling what we think our future going to turn into. Say that. You got to say that at some point. We're gambling by, I'm going to work every day, I won't miss a day, I'm going to be on time, I'm going to get my raises, I'm going to be this. In 10 years, I'm going to be this. And then the 10 years come, and either that didn't happen, or you've changed the plan so many times along the way. So I ain't watching it, man. It's just that you get into this fame. Trump was not a politician, man. He was a businessman. He's a regular dude out here getting in the industry too, unlocking doors and walking through them. He had money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be the president of the United States. Everybody trying to be the president of the United States, but you gotta play ball. You gotta play ball. You ever run an organization, been in an organization? Once you get to a level in the game where you can look and observe that, you'll start learning that not everybody's a leader. Not everybody's going to know how to follow or be followed. I feel now the president been in office, the public has been very light on. I mean, we hated Bush so goddamn bad. I was like, good luck to the next president. And then when Obama got in there, we was more or less in disbelief. Man, this is really happening. It's like, okay, all right. My president is black. Hope everybody taking care of their health. And I don't mean no damn lose weight. I'm talking like, keeping your blood pressure down. Make sure you got your Advil, aspirin regimen going so you don't get no strokes. I tried, one of my partners, friend, had a stroke. And don't you know, man, when they tell you time is precious, you know, you don't get medical attention soon, or lack of oxygen to the brain. Oh man, there's all kind of stuff where it just be like, that's wild. So now I ain't watching that. I ain't finna be bashing Trump, talking about Trump. I don't care. Like, I don't care. What I care about is that am I rocking my own goals? Am I fulfilling what it is I want to do? And I'm like, bro, you know, it ain't even ambition. In my mind, it's something to do, man. What I ain't done in a while, I ain't played Call of Duty in a while. You know, y'all gotta watch this movie, Badland with the Predator. Fire. I think I watched about 5-6 times already. Like, it's been a while since I've seen a good alien movie or, you know, good Predator movie. Gotta watch that. I think that's with Leonardo DiCaprio. Fire. Gotta watch that. The Tron movie. Oh my gosh. Have y'all watched the Tron movie? If you ain't using AI, man, you're missing out. You're missing out. I don't want to hear it. Use it. I'm using it. I haven't even felt that I could have got this far doing this on my own. I'm very thankful for ChatGPT. ChatGPT made my banner. Told her what I wanted, and boom, I got a whole banner. Made this too. So I need a design. Boom, done. Oh my God. I said, oh my God. A lot of my podcasts, that's gonna be at night until I get motivated, and confident to go to the beach somewhere. You know, like, comment, subscribe if you made it this far. If you still sit and talk to me, at no point do I just want you to sit here and stare at me and watch me talk. I want you to be doing stuff, you know? And every now and then glance over and see what I'm talking about. And, you know, going back to what you're doing. You know, I'm going to try to stream on Twitch. I haven't went live on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram in a long time. So, you know, just trying to create an extra income. So like and subscribe really helps. I heard that's what you're supposed to say. So, you know, not getting my hopes too far up. It's just that we're going to talk about cigars, movies, current events, maybe some, I said, man, I'm going to make a video of every cigar. Let me tell you something. This dude gave me so many cigars. I'm going to review all of them. You know, this is Last Cowboy. I love it. It's good. It's flowing. I ain't like threw it away because, you know, don't force yourself to smoke a cigar that you don't like. Football season going. Deion Sanders' son, I'm keeping up with him with the Browns. I think he just had 4 touchdowns. You know, he had a nice little good game. He was out there, you know, throwing the watch out. I'm like, yeah, man, throw the watch out. Yeah, then we went to Vegas and, you know, playing the crapless bubble, crapless craps, and roulette. You know, it was cool. You know, apparently it's December. It's gonna be Christmas soon, and time will continue. Nobody has ever stopped time. But anywho, I'm just rambling, having a good time. Hopefully making some content, you know, suitable for somebody to come back and watch. Told y'all about the Sigma thing. Told y'all, you know, about the movies, Cigar, Last Cowboy. You know, just happy to have something. And hopefully my kids will say, I think I know what Daddy was trying to do, and take it from there and just explode. Take it to another level. But, you know, say that then. You know, say that. Got the TM. I think at the end of the year, I'll be able to put reserve. My stuff will be protected federally. So the merch will be rolling out. And Say That Then is born December 2nd. You know, paperwork wise. That was another thing, man. It was just, you know, being a veteran with, you know, all type of disabilities, man. It's like a unicorn, you know? You'd be shocked when you see them out in public. I said, but I might try to get a little layout, you know, use my iPad. Because, like I said, most of the time I'm doing delivering groceries, you know, trying to find other means to support my family, even if something happened to me. So, you know, kind of explain that again. So first couple books, episodes people watch, they just know that the intent's to show growth, representation to my babies. We've been going for like 45 minutes, just chopping it up, just talking, getting comfortable. It's peace and love. Shout out to the Rough Riders, to the Dean family. Just recently had a passing with Papa Dean. I want to show love and pay homage. Double R. That's about it. I said, hope you got something from this video. A lot of structure. I'm working on it. I just want to smoke a cigar. I want to try to put eyes on me, make sure I'm okay. Learning how to set up my stuff so I can do a podcast. It sounds like it's going to be clear. Appreciate y'all coming out. Like, subscribe. This Last Cowboy was like a 7.5. I'll put in the description of my books. Until next time, Young Chef signing out. Next episode gonna be even better and dope. See y'all then.